it's about your grades in secondary grade. So I was thinking, which language should I pick? So people started telling me, okay, your English is good, pick the English department, literature and stuff. So I sat for a moment and I said, okay, like I'm good, like I'm quite good in English. Let's pick a new language. So I have three, my mother tongue, English, and then the new language. So I started to search out like which one can get the best salary and it's more common in the world now. So I found that it's Spanish, German, and Chinese, Japanese. So I picked the easiest one, which has like the most tourism in the world, and people like it as well to hear. So I picked Spanish, and it went so well.
Right. How do you see the future with this language, which is not very much widespread here in Egypt?
Actually, nowadays I feel it's getting like it's spreading more, because nowadays in school, secondary grades, and in preparatory school, they are thinking about putting Spanish with French and Italian. And as well, Spanish is widespread, like in the whole world. America, Latin America, and Canada, a lot of people are trying like, how should I learn Spanish? Because nowadays in New York, you can find as much as citizens. They are Spanish people. They are talking Spanish. I have one of my relatives, she's in New York. She's been asking me why in the world a lot of people around me are talking Spanish, and they are expecting me to speak to them in the same language. So yes, I think that it's gonna like conquer the world.
Right. I know it's the second language actually in the US and some parts of the United States, specifically in California, in southern states, of course Latin America. But in Egypt and the Arab world, you didn't think of choosing a second language, French, for example?
Actually, I've been studying French in the prep school, and I didn't like it that much. It's quite hard for me, and it has a lot of disappearing sounds, so I didn't feel myself. So for my perspective, I saw that works and job opportunities are a lot in the Spanish language. So that's why I thought about it. It's first, yes, German is so common here, a lot of job opportunities, but I saw that Spanish as well has the same job opportunities. So I thought, let's do it, like why we're gonna waste? And actually languages specifically, you can learn them out of the college, out of schools. So I thought, if it's not gonna work, let's try a new thing. I like to try new things, and especially in teaching. So I thought maybe I can make a difference.
Right. Talking more about your work as an English instructor, why did you specifically choose being an instructor or being a teacher? Did you find in yourself the talent to deliver a message?
Yes, actually, like since I was little, I was like, if one of my friends, they are struggling in memorizing some stuff, I used to sit with them like, okay, starting with this, and then I start to explain the lesson. So to choose the path that I'm gonna walk in, I had to try a lot of things. I tried translation and I didn't like it at all. I didn't feel myself. I didn't feel like I'm showing my passion. So then I had the call center and I tried it as well, and I left the job after one day of working, and it was hilarious because people are starting to tell me, what, you didn't take some time? And then I started with the teaching. Actually, my boss, he saw like, you can do it, let's give it a chance. And I gave it a shot, and I felt like, yes, because I'm such an energetic person. I like to move a lot, I like to do a lot of stuff. So I started to use this energetic stuff in teaching. Like, okay, guys, stand up, let's play. We have like words or letters, you have to form words. Or let's watch a movie and try to make a summary, or take out some words, expressions, idioms. And I am so interested in idioms, slangs nowadays in English, because some people may think that it's just about vocabulary and grammar, but it's actually about the slangs, idiom, expressions that people who are native from America are speaking with. So I found that like, yes, I can do it. Of course I need more time, of course I need more experience, but I felt like it's my thing.
Right. What are your plans for the future? I mean, do you have specific plans, long-term plans or short-term plans?
Yes, that's a quite hard question, because, you know, overthinking about life, the future, the struggles. So I've been thinking that I have to stick with teaching, specifically the courses, because I'm so interested in the language itself, not just the academic way. But I started to think, okay, what about trying the academic way? So actually, okay, I'm looking forward to trying it, but maybe exceeding some limits and crossing them, traveling, try to do some volunteering work. You can go to a country, they can pay you money, and you can get your room, your food, everything, but you have to do them a favor, which is teaching in some kind of school. So I started, okay, let's do it. So I can hit two birds with one stone. I do my thing, which is teaching. Second, I can open my eyes to new world. So yes, I think it's about traveling. My next plan is about traveling.
Where? Where do you plan to go? I mean, Europe, the US, countries speaking Spanish as a main language?
Yes, actually, I decided that, okay, let's just do a research. Let's find where the places that may need the languages I speak, which even if it's Arabic, English, or Spanish. If it's Spanish, then New York, Canada, California, Texas, whatever. If it's English, then the Middle East, Latin America, everywhere actually they are needing like English teachers because some people have the accent. Some people have the accent, and some people they think, yes, because of their languages, they can't get the sounds right from their mouths in speaking English. So yes, maybe the whole world, who knows?
Right, we're going to go to this short break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
من أول يوم فتحنا علينا في الدنيا وجينا بنلون ونشخبط بإيدينا وبنرسم يعني الإبداع كان مولود فينا لحظة ما وعينا لو شفنا وبصينا حوالينا نتعلم يلا سيب بصمتك يلا يلا سيب لمستك يلا شوف الكون سبحان من حلا يلا سيب بصمتك يلا يلا سيب لمستك يلا شوف الكون سبحان من حلا دي بلدنا نجملها ونبنيها ونتغزل فيها والفرصة بتيجي للي بيسعى تناديله وفي أجمل صورة هنخليها من خوفنا عليها ودي همة واحد واحد فينا وضميره يلا سيب بصمتك يلا يلا سيب لمستك يلا شوف الكون سبحان من حلا يلا سيب بصمتك يلا يلا سيب لمستك يلا شوف الكون سبحان من حلا يلا سيب بصمتك يلا يلا سيب لمستك يلا
This is it. I have to change my mindset. So every day I start to grab a paper, any kind of paper. It doesn't have to be a fancy notebook to write what I have to do during the day, my work, studying, lectures, and stuff. And then I go to, okay, in the metro, because I go to my university in the metro. I can take advantage of this time in reading. And I really did it. And drawing, because it needs a lot of time. So sometimes I do it in holidays or my days off, or I keep it to my vacation. So yes, it's like, yes. But it matters to me to do this stuff because I don't want to feel myself like workaholic. Like I'm just addicted to work.
Yeah, we have some photos for you here, Nesma. Would you like to have a look and tell us your comments?
Yes, actually it's one of my sessions when I was teaching the students, and because they can get bored while just learning English, so we started to play a movie. We picked a genre that they like, and then we watch the movie with the English subtitle, no Arabic of course. So you're just working on two skills, which is listening and you're watching the pictures, and then you are seeing the subtitle, so you are reading as well. Then when we finish, I pick up some, it's me like in the beige veil with the paper, so I started to take out some expressions or some idioms and hard words. Okay guys, now give me a synonym to this word. Okay, what does it mean, this expression? Okay, someone can tell me the summary of the movie, and then I make them write a summary in the paper, and I switch the paper to each classmate. So because people, sometimes you are writing so fast, so you're not able to see your mistakes. But if I tell you, it's like Egyptian style. If I tell you, okay, find the mistake here, they're gonna see it clearly, like crystal clear. So I started to do this, so they are seeing their classmates' mistakes, and they kept it in their mind, so they're not gonna repeat it again. So yes, here it was the Halloween party in the work as well, because we are teaching English, so we have to imitate, or it's like a simulator to the thing that happening outside in America, which is the Halloween. So we start to grab some words related to this event, and of course candies and games. Okay, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you tell us a scary story and stuff? Yes, this is one of my drawings.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. That's kind of you.
Tell me more about it. What does
Yes,
it
actually, it's one of the Turkish style in making the balcony. So I started to do it because I like the old and vintage stuff. So I started just to do it. I saw the reference and I used the watercolor. Well, it's cool. Yes, it's in Italy, I think. Yeah, this as well, because I told you that I have a passion in traveling. So I just picked a place from each country and I did it.
Next, please.
Yes, in Spain. It's kind of the cathedral or a church. And I like it a lot because of the colors, because I love the brown palette. And it's actually, it's made like perfectly perfect. And like the foundation and the whole decoration and stuff, it was beautiful.
Right. Talking more about your studies, graduation, postgraduate studies, are you planning to pursue postgraduate studies, develop your academic education further after graduation, or you are planning to work directly, or you think that anyone needs to develop his academic studies further after graduation?
Actually, I've been thinking about it because a lot of doctors and professors in our college are talking to us, okay, what are you planning to do after life? Because there's a whole future waiting for you. So actually, as I'm working now, I'm thinking about, okay, I can make the education diploma that can give me more experience about how should I deal with different types and different kinds of students. Because as we know, we have a lot of different learning styles. Maybe someone like to memorize by writing and reading. Another one is visual learner, or he likes to listen to the recorded, or like to listen to music, or likes to see the video. Another type, which is kinesthetic, likes to move a lot. I can like sit in one place. So I'm hoping that this diploma can help me more about just figuring out which character is the student and how can I solve his matters. So I think this diploma and actually working directly, because the more experience you get, you're gonna just get it by going to the race, going to the thing itself.
Right, so you think you will need some further academic studies and training to be able to compete with the job market?
Yes, I think.
Right, talking about females and female empowerment and youth empowerment, how do you see youth empowerment in Egypt in recent years? I mean, the Egyptian leadership is giving great attention to youth. We've seen that through the great number of youth conferences that were held here in Egypt, including the World Youth Forum that took place, gathering youth from different parts of the world together to exchange their experiences and their views about different aspects of life. How do you see the significance of this?
I think it's quite famous and it's quite important now, because if we go back in the time, we didn't have that much of job opportunities. We couldn't exceed the limits, or we couldn't see a whole new world in front of our eyes, or we couldn't have such a great chances like the one that I'm in now. So the conferences and a lot of activities that is done by our college or outside of the college is so important for us because it gives us more chances. And about the female stuff, Yes, I know, because nowadays we have a controversial topic, which is feminism, which people sometimes misunderstand it, because people think freedom is about breaking the rules, just breaking the rules, but it's not like that. And we're not seeking for equality or equality with people, which is men. What we need is just chances, chances to prove that we can, chances to prove that we can. If you put us in any position, we can do our best, and you're gonna be surprised. And you are such a famous person on the TV, and you did it. This is such a women empowerment. So I think people have to stop thinking that women, or underestimating the women's power, or underestimating our abilities, our effort. People just say, yes, go to the kitchen. Okay, what about the kitchen? What about making a family? It's one of the greatest job a woman can do, because people sometimes say it's nothing. Okay, but if you put a man with a bunch of children in a house, cleaning, raising them, teaching them, he's not gonna do it. But for women, it's quite easy. And so it's not such a humiliating thing to do, but we have to open new doors for us, like a lot of chances, because we may be able to do the same as men do. And of course, I'm not saying anything about men, because they are stronger than us in some fields. So of course, but we're just seeking for more opportunities. Yes.
Right. We're going to go to this short break, and we'll be right back to you, Nesma. Welcome back. Nesma, tell me more about your role model and your support in life. Who gave you support?
Okay, first of all, it's my family. Like, I was just telling one of my friends, that my mother, because she's the one who's spending time with us in the house, she told me when I was little, like, studying. Your education is your path in life, because you have to be independent in yourself. Because if you couldn't do the thing that you need, if you couldn't do the things that can grab you more effort, grab you money, grab you fame, then you're nothing in the world. So I think thanks to my mom and dad, of course, the whole family, but because they were just the one who supports me a lot, besides my friends, because sometimes people think friends aren't important and being lonely is bad. But really, without my friends, I couldn't be here, because they supported me a lot, actually. And about the role model, I have a lot. I don't like to take just a one person to take a lot of information from. But for example, Oprah Winfrey, because she had a miserable life before being such a great person in the society. She's been through a lot. She's been through hell, but now she did it. Steve Harvey, he didn't have any certificate, he didn't have any degree in college, but look at him now on the TV, breaking the numbers, breaking the rails and the records. Actually, any person that I see, even if he's not famous, but he has that one quality that I need, or I feel like it's missing in me, yeah, she's gonna be my role model.
Right. So Oprah Winfrey is one of your role models.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, talking more about female independence, and your mom told you that you have to be independent. Tell me, how far did females achieve the rights and the independence, and how important is this balance between achieving female rights and women rights, and at the same time balancing life, personal life, family life, with career life and education?
Yes, actually talking about this stuff, because it excites me a lot, because people, as I told you, misunderstand it. But about the female rights, going back in a time, we didn't have the right to even suffrage, to vote in elections and stuff. But now we have it, thank God. And then we couldn't have the chances to work in such great places, to be an HR or the CEO. A lot of fields didn't accept women, because yes, one day you're gonna be married, you're gonna have a baby, you will take a maternity leave, so you're not gonna be suitable for your job. But for me, I don't like to judge people, so why do? Like, you have to give them the chance to see if they did it right, so good for you and good for your company, good for your business. If they did it wrong, okay, maybe it's just a problem in her life, but you don't have to judge her and judge her abilities and power. And about balancing between the personal life and the career, yes, it's quite hard. It's quite hard because family needs a lot of effort. Some people couldn't just get the balance right between both of them. But if you put it in your mind, I always have this quote in my life: if you want, you can. Like, if you want to really do this stuff, you can do it, of course. So, okay, you can work after marriage till you have a baby, then you can take your maternity leave till the baby can go, for example, for kindergarten, and then you can keep working. You can work online. And it's not about picking a fight with men. It's more about just
completing each other.
Yes, completing
not
each
competing.
other.
Completing, not competing.
Yes, and I want to feel myself. I want to feel my role. And of course, like, forming a family is one of the greatest roles. But I feel like I want to do more. Some women, when they're just raising children at home, which is great stuff as well, they think like, what is my matter in the world? Because the world doesn't see her as she's doing any effort in making a family. So they start to think, yes, I need to find a job. And here comes the problem. Here comes the struggle with men, because they didn't just give us what we deserve. Like, they have to say, yes, you're doing a great job, but we don't hear these words. That's what the feminism spread a lot. But I think that we did a far road, of course, because now look at the suffrage right, working, the salary, the equality in salary, a lot of job opportunities for us as men. So yes, we're getting better actually in Egypt as well.
Right, definitely. In Egypt, we've seen women gaining the rights, achieving roles in the society, top jobs in the parliament as ministers. But still, there are challenges facing women, not only in Egypt, worldwide also.
Yes. Actually, I was talking to one of my students. She lives in Saudi Arabia. So she told me, like, we cannot have our own cars. We cannot drive alone. And it's hard for us to do this. We can stay out late. People can just install us in the street, which is not right, of course. A lot of people think because of the picture or the white picture that people are saying that women are working, they don't think about the parts of the world or the countries. The girls didn't have their rights. Countryside, for example, even in Egypt, they still make the girl who has 15 or 14 years old get married. Okay, what is this? She's not ready, even mentality, physically, or even in the mindset. She cannot take a responsibility for a man who might be like a double age for her. So not all places has reached the same that we did in the cities, actually, in Egypt.
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, Nesma, for joining us today, and all the best of luck, dear. And to viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of today's Youth Many. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.
Dear viewers, it's exactly 2 p.m. here in Cairo. Time for updating our top stories with me, Mahiti Rabia. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli announced that an international press conference will be held within 6 days in the presence of Egypt and world media figures to discuss the current economic situation. Madbouli's statements came during the Cabinet weekly meeting held on Wednesday in the new administrative capital on several economic and social files. The Prime Minister praised decisions issued by President Sisi during Labor Day celebration for the sake of Egypt's workers. He said, expressing gratitude for the labor's efforts in pushing forward the industrial process and achieving the country's economic development. Meanwhile, Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Ayman Ashur held a press conference following the meeting to review the latest preparations for the final exams. Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri held phone talks with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken over the developments in Sudan. Shukri asserted the importance of intervention from the external parties to curb the current conflict, reach a ceasefire, and protect civilians in Sudan. For his part, Blinken expressed appreciation for Egypt receiving Sudanese refugees through its crossing borders and protecting them. Blinken also stressed the U.S. keenness on providing Egypt with necessary aid to achieve this mission. Top UN humanitarian official Martin Griffiths said he arrived in Sudan Wednesday to discuss ways to bring relief to millions of civilians trapped by fighting between the rival generals. Griffiths said on Twitter